Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to present some proposals for ETC in order to make it success. Next. First aspect is that teachers must focus the activities on real-world context because students have to use the language productively through speaking and writing and receptively through listening and reading, outside the classroom and in the classroom tasks or activities in order to prepare them for a real-life communication. In addition, using real-world activities, students have the opportunity to interact with each other by using the target language. So as the students interact with each other in the target language, they will reach the expected goal, that is to be able to apply the practice of their interactions to a real-world context, exchanging meaningful information. Next.
So now we'll be focusing mixed subjects and students' interests. In the first place, we mentioned this weakness before, which is absolute educational curriculum until 1996. Actually, Ecuador doesn't have a good plan to carry out its teaching plan. In fact, it's been changing, but just in its methodology. What does it mean? It means that Ecuador curriculum before 1996 used to apply the traditional method. From 1996 until 26, the curriculum has changed again and again until 2016. So I guess you probably have seen that some important subjects such as music, informatics, arts have been put in apart. What's the problem here is that teachers don't realize that a combination between these subjects would increase the students' interest. Why? Because we as teachers will evaluate what they like, and through this will determine first what to teach and second what topics will we include. And that's it. Next.
In addition, I consider that Ecuador as a third world country needs to increase the public budget for education, since this is a priority in the country. The government should implement well-equipped classrooms with digital whiteboards because the students through this can learn English in a dynamic way. And this subject couldn't be boring anymore. Then the curricular objectives are met in the area of English and thus have students trained at the B1 level that propose the guidelines of the Ecuadorian national curriculum, as well as comply with the standards in the area of English with the 5 domains that the students must manage. Next.
Another important aspect to consider to improve the level of English in students is related to the level of experience that the teacher has. The teacher must have the necessary studies to exercise their role and also be constantly studying and be aware of new methodologies. Related to the context, it is important that during English class, the teacher speaks English, obviously, all the time. This will help students to relate with the language, at least during the class hours. Because personally, when I was in high school, my English teacher spoke in Spanish all the time. And I think that did not help me to obtain a B1 level, which is expected.
Different evaluation. We cannot solve the problem of the number of students for avoiding standardized tests, but the probable solution could be include more time to know our students and apply different assessments such as game-based assessment, which include in playing games that can measure teamwork, stamina, and creativity, and allow teachers to get a more complete picture of the solving and learning process. And students don't need to interrupt their learning to be tested when participating in game-based assessment. And also we can use portfolio-based assessments that where students are more likely to have a positive attitude toward their classes and use different learning strategies when portfolio-based assessment are implemented. Portfolio-based assessment gives the students the opportunity to focus on a topic that interests them, research and discuss their work, and then present. And as a result, tests anxiety, low scores, and underfunded schools could be a thing of the past, as more educators realize the potential of these alternative tests. That's all. Thanks.